Good afternoon, everybody. Thought I'd drop a video. I happened to be at lunch. I just got off work and I just got home. I just happened to look on YouTube and I seen that they got the new cast for Hermione and Ron Weasley and you know Harry Potter. Folks, I'm going to literally, and I'm telling y'all, I'm going to literally pray for these kids because I hope and pray that you guys in the internet do not throw a lot of hate at those kids. Those kids are innocent bystanders. Let's just leave these kids alone. They got a job, you know, they got an opportunity of a lifetime. And, I know there were so many kids that wanted that job and those three end up getting it. I wish them well. Again, you guys, we got to start leaving these kids alone. We're going to have to let them be. They're young. They got to be happy. Let's just try to ease out. All I'm asking y'all to do, a lot of y'all out there, do like what I did. I didn't care for The Last of Us Part 2, the video game. But I thought it was a good game. And I also said that I thought the video game deserved Game of the Year because it was such a controversy. And, the game was good. The gameplay was good. I just didn't like the story. So I really loved the first story. So when I watched Last of Us Season 1, I also did not like Episode 3 because they threw a bunch of stuff in there that I didn't care for. So with that being said, I decided that I wasn't going to watch HBO's Last of Us Season 2. I knew where they was heading. I said it last year. So I know where they're heading. And I mean, they went full tilt. But here's what I did. I said to myself, I prayed to God. I said, you know what, God, I need to stop. I don't want to be like everybody else, hate watch shows and just, if I talk about politics or ex-presidents or presidents we have now or, stuff that's really grabbed traction, this channel probably would take off. But it's not because I don't want to be that channel. So I'm asking you guys that if you don't like this, don't watch it. Seriously, just don't watch it. I'm just saying, y'all, just don't watch it, man. Leave those poor kids alone. Now, I have this weird feeling that I don't think the internet's going to be near as bad as I thought it would be. But I think that now, if I was a bigger channel and people would actually listen to this just what I'm trying to say, I'm asking y'all to leave those kids alone. Leave those kids. They can't help it, man. You got to put yourself in those shoes, man. Can you imagine getting that call and knowing that you got that role? Hermione, Harry Potter, and Ron Weasley, those are the main ones. So I also was thinking about, I met this lady from Great Britain. She married a buddy of mine, some country boy I used to hang out with. And he brought his buddy, and his buddy went over to Great Britain. He got married to this chick. I said, we were all Harry Potter fans. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. And so we all decided to go see Harry Potter. They live out in this farming community, and I live in this small town. So, when you live in Ohio, you got a lot of farming communities that's around these certain little small towns. Now, these towns are not little, but they're not big. So anyway, we decided to go see Harry Potter. So she was sitting beside me, and I loved the way her accent was, and she was telling me about all the books she read. And I was listening to her. I said, really? And this is what I said to her. So I said, she was telling me, and I was like, really? Because I'm all jacked up. Every year I got so jacked up for Harry Potter, And this happened, it happened to be a year I decided to go with my buddy Jason, and then Jason and me and his kids went, my kids, and then I think it was his buddy that got married to this chick from Great Britain. And she was telling me about all the books. And I was just like, really? All that was in there? She goes, yeah. She goes, there's so much in the book that is not being, that's not in the film. And she said that she thinks that the kids don't have enough time to make all those movies because the kids grow up fast. You ever notice that? I got a toddler, which is my grandson. Every time I look at him, he just gets bigger. I just don't know why these kids grow so fast. So the way she was talking that, Daniel Radcliffe and, Emma Watson and Rupert Grint, they were growing faster than what they could produce. And plus, they were spending a lot of time making those movies. And you got to picture all the movies that they had made. So she was telling, I was in, and she was telling me all this. And I said, really? She goes, yeah, there's this part, there's certain things in there. I guess there was a part where Hermione was trying to get people to sign a petition about all the little, remember Dolby or something like that? The guy, the little goblin guy that was in Harry Potter and the second Harry Potter where he's jumping on the bed. I guess she didn't like them going down there and making all that food because that's where all that food come from. And I was sitting in there, she was telling me all this. I was like, huh? And she goes, yeah. And then she was telling me that there was so many things that was in the book. So, I'm just saying that what if, in spite of all the stuff that a lot of people might not like, and I'm almost done, what if they tell more stories that wasn't told in the movies that I have a box set in there. I have the box set, I have a 4K box set of Harry Potter. I love the Harry Potters. My kids grew up on Harry Potters. They're exactly the same age as Emma Watson. Emma Watson and Rupert Grint and Daniel Radcliffe. So I'm thinking that maybe HBO Max, I'll probably start telling more stories, get more deep dive into stuff. And then last but not least, if you guys don't really want to watch this, don't hate watch it, because I know there's big YouTubers out there that will hate watch a show. They will literally hate watch a show, and they will literally upload video after video and video. And I literally say to myself, and I get it. They got their channels big. They got sponsors. This is how they make their money. They know how to clickbait. They know how to do all that stuff. But what I am saying is when I listen to them speak this hate towards all these shows that they don't care for, my biggest question is, why are you sitting through that? There's no way I would sit through watching a girl tell another girl, oh, I'm going to be a daddy. You're a freaking woman. There's two women. Two women cannot make a child. Two men cannot make a child. That's why I didn't support Last of Us 2. Now, I know there's a lot of people that's into all this men being with men and women being with women. I think the shit is gross. But you know what? You do you, and I'll do me. God made man and God made woman. But I'm not going to be that channel that's going to sit there and pump all this hate out. It's like saying, my name is Vic. Actual name is Victor, right? So if I was a friend, I'd say, Vic, you don't have to watch that show, bro. You don't have to watch the show, bro. Why are you watching that show, bro? You getting yourself a high blood pressure, man. Turn that shit off. That's brothers I used to hang around with. They would say, Vic, turn that shit off, man. You ain't doing nothing but upsetting yourself. You see what I'm saying here? So all I'm saying, you guys, is congratulations to these kids. May God bless each and every one of them. And I hope and pray to God that they don't get a bunch of hate, a bunch of messages on the internet. I hope their mom and dads or their parents protect them. I hope they don't get all online and listen to people make these comments. But I don't know, man. I looked at the cast and I said to myself, I really think, the internet is very hateful. It is. It's a very hateful thing. I was just saying in one of my other videos, I was talking about how I don't like YouTube like I used to. I don't care for YouTube. I like it. Case in point, I had something go wrong at the house the other day. And I said, shoot, man, I forgot about YouTube, and I got on YouTube and it got me right through it. Just walked me straight through it. And that's why I like YouTube. And that's the only way I used to use. That's the only way I used to use YouTube. So all I'm saying, folks, as hateful as a lot of people are online and the comments they make, I don't know if they'll go that far because these kids are real young. So you guys just wait. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like for me, I knew that The Last of Us 2 would go into this full-on women making love and putting their finger down there and fingering each other and all that gross shit. I knew that was coming. What did I do? I didn't watch it. That's what I did. I didn't watch it. God, why would I put myself through all that? Man. So I'm just saying it like it's, I'm just telling it like a TI is, you guys. Don't watch if you don't care for it. Seriously. Because I was thinking about that chick from Great Britain that married this white dude, hung around with Jason. Jason was a country boy, and, his buddy lived in the same little town I did, and he married some chick from overseas, and she was from over there, Great Britain. I used to love talking to her. She educated me on the Harry Potter thing. So a light bulb went off in my head when I was thinking about what HBO might do. They might tell a lot of stories that we heard of through other people who read the books. And HBO might deep dive into that. You know what I mean? So, maybe they'll have flashbacks of Dumbledore and, not Dumbledore, but Gryffindor and Rufflepuff and Ravenclaw and all those, actually show those guys when they were young and how they was feuding about the school. I'm just saying, not make a series, but maybe in the series have flashbacks of what those guys was wanting. They didn't want mudbloods. They just wanted pure riches and all that kind of stuff. It'd be nice if they did do that, because they've never, ever went back into Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, and Slytherin. They never went into those guys. I would just like to see a skit where, in this new Harry Potter, where it shows, it shows the older teacher was talking about how the school formed and how these guys was feuding about who should go to school, and then go a flashback, these guys talking and arguing over stuff and showing, but they just never did that. So I'm just saying, for me, you guys, I could see where this could really, really go if they really did a good job. Now, if they get into trying to make it like, I don't like to use the word woke because I don't want to be that channel. I'm hoping and praying. I'm not even going to pray to God. I'm just hoping that I'm not going to put God in this thing. I'm just going to say that the only thing I put God in the equation is I pray for those kids. I just hope you guys don't, the internet ain't too, I just don't think the internet could be that hateful though. I really don't. And the internet is very hateful, but I can't see them doing that to those little kids. They're very innocent. I couldn't imagine getting that call over all the people that had to be a heck of a casting. People just waiting to see if they get that shot. And these 3 kids got that shot. They got to be all jacked up. And then all of a sudden they're going to get all this hate. I can't see the internet doing that. This is where I'm going to give the internet, I'm going to throw a bone to the internet. I can't see them doing that. But what I could also see is that if you guys truly, you folks out there, truly are very, 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 very angry about this, then do like I did with The Last of Us, HBO Last of Us Season 2. Don't watch it. I can tell you, I did not watch any of The Last of Us. I remember last year I said I'm not going to watch Last of Us Part 2 HBO because I knew where they was going to go. I knew they was going to go full on that other stuff that I don't care for. I don't care for it, you guys. I don't care for it. I work with people that's like that. I like them. I do. I don't look down at them or anything like that at all. I just ain't into it. I don't want to look at it. So I knew this Last of Us, Part 2 with HBO Last of Us Part 2 is that. So why would I sit through that? So in closing, if you really, truly think that you don't think this is for you, then what do you have at your house that most of us have at our house? I have the 4K original Harry Potter. And I can watch them anytime I want. And so if you really are that upset about the casting, you're upset about, the waist swapping and stuff. But I also heard stuff that, they said that Hermione's been race swapped a lot of times on Broadway shows. So I'm not sure how I feel about all that stuff anymore because it depends on how they spin it and it depends on how they make it. HBO does a lot of good quality stuff, so I don't know how they look all right to me, you guys. It just depends on how the show goes. So, and yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna just see what it's like. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Am I really upset about stuff? Not really. Life is really too short. You know, I've been realizing that's why I told you guys I don't like YouTube like I used to. Cause I ain't never been that guy. I just never really got into the YouTube thing, man. I only got on YouTube because people at work are much younger than me, and they said, "What's wrong? What you say was wrong?" And I told them, I said, "Just get on YouTube." You get on YouTube? I go, "No." They said, "Get on YouTube, man. Type this in, and it'll walk you through." And sure enough, every time somebody told me something about YouTube, boom, you find it on YouTube. That's the good thing about YouTube. But I don't care for YouTube, even though I have a YouTube channel. If I do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have had a YouTube channel. But I'm going to keep it, and I'll, once in a while throw up some videos and stuff. But you guys, congratulations to those 3 young actors, and I wish them well. I know they got to be excited, to be little kids like that, to get a opportunity of a lifetime to do that. But, at the end of the day, folks, if you really don't like what you're watching, don't force yourself to watch anything. Don't even hate watch it. You know what I mean? Maybe sit back when it first comes out and just wait till about 5 or 6 episodes drop, and then watch 5 episodes in a row. See if you like it. If you don't care for it, then don't watch it. Because, see, I knew I wasn't going to like Last of Us Season 2 on HBO Max. Because I knew they was going to go full on whatever that, you know what I don't care for. So I didn't force myself and put myself through that situation where I knew I was going to get myself upset. Why? But if I see something, man, they got that in there. And a lot of times when I watch something that I don't care for, they got it in there, I just shut it off. So I'm not watching it. Or I'll sit there and go, man, they just took me out. Dang, man, why they had to put that in there? Now, yeah, you can have people argue. So why are you letting that bother you, Vic? Man, just, let it go, man. You can always fast forward. I don't want to fast forward. It's already in there. They got it set in stone. That means they're going to keep once in a while throwing it in there, sprinkling. I still want to see it. I was watching a series a couple years ago, man, and it was really good until they threw something in there, and I was like, what? It's like, oh, man, come on. You had to put that in there, and it took me out. It took me out. It took me out so bad. I tried to watch it over, and I just couldn't get that part out, and I said, Vic, you can't watch it. So I ended up giving it away. It was a series, and it was well made, but I couldn't finish it. So I didn't sit and hate watch something just because I just can't. Don't put yourself through that. It causes you to get upset. You get high blood pressure for no reason and all that. So anyway, y'all, God bless and have a great day. I just thought I'd drop a quick video about the new Harry Potter cast. I'm just asking y'all to, all y'all out there, what do you guys think about the cast? Are you upset about the cast? Are you whatever? At the end of the day, we don't have to watch it. They're going to start filming this summer. So that means it won't be ready till probably, the beginning of, maybe the end of 2026 or the beginning of 2027. Because, HBO Max, they do a lot of good top-notch quality stuff. So anyway, God bless, take care, and congratulations to all the people that's getting those jobs. That is, that's an event for anybody that gets those type of roles, man. And especially those 3 young actors, man. I wish them well. So God bless, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.